of the parents need to die.
What? No!
One of the parents need to die. Bob's got to die, like, on the line, protecting his family. Come on, how many times is that in a bunch of Pixar movies? I'm not wild for saying that. There's Pixar moments that you remember that you walk away from. Even though I love Incredibles, now that I'm thinking about it, if they would have thrown a Pixar moment in there, it might have made it better.
You guys are so wild. You guys are so unbelievably wrong for this. Because you guys are sitting here saying, like, oh yeah, I love the Incredibles. We just had this whole conversation. You guys are having this whole conversation. You're about to leave today. And what's going to go through your minds? You know what? Now that I think of it, Incredibles is kind of mid. There's not enough depth.
Nobody said that.
Hold on. There's not enough depth in the movie, man.
Who said Incredibles?
That's what you guys are basically saying right now.
We just said it's good. I could say a movie is good, but it'll amplify it if something else was there.
And here we go.
You are now listening to Two Nerds and a Universe.
What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the pod. I'm Alex.
I'm Brandon.
And this is Two Nerds and a Universe, where we do in-depth discussion of all things nerdy and give you opinions nobody asked for.
D23 just happened just so recently, and everybody's talking about it. So today, we actually would like to discuss our thoughts on it, but before we get into that, this is a message from our sponsor. This episode is brought to you by Leal Insurance. Guessing your auto, home, and business coverage is not a strategy. Get reliable coverage, clear guidance, and real support at lealinsurance.com. And now, back to the nerdiness. And welcome back. All right, Alex?
Over this weekend, well, two things happened that I think we should address. One was the passing of somebody that we watched in multiple movies growing up as a kid. Remember the Titans? I watched it all the time. So I do want to mention that, but just so I don't forget, the Cowboys signed Von Miller. And that's awesome if you're a Cowboys fan. And I hear a lot of people commenting or saying, oh, that's terrible. That's 10 years too late. He's already 37. Look, you don't need him to go out there, get you 8 to 10 sacks, right? He just needs to get you somewhere between 4 to 6, be a great backup, and all he's going to do is be a great presence and a great locker room for our guys. We have 2 defensive edge rushers that we just drafted this year and last year in the first and second round, and I think they're both like 24 and younger. All he's going to do is help them develop. So it's great. Don't just think about it in the sense of, oh, if he doesn't get you 10 to 12 sacks, it's terrible. Because what he's going to bring is something that is not always going to reflect on the stat sheet, but it's only going to help our guys develop. So that's what I wanted to say about that. Cowboys are moving differently. Things feel a little bit different. Might be our year. I think it's our year. We'll see.
But on a more somber note, Hayden Panettiere. Oh, my gosh, dude. What a loss.
Yeah, that sucks.
Like, obviously, we all grew up with her with Remember the Titans. She was the one who's like, I hate playing with dolls.
Yeah.
You know, just that tomboy. Played it perfectly, by the way.
Yeah.
But the first time that I, like, noticed her was in Heroes, dude. Save the cheerleader. Oh, my Claire.
I remember...
Bugs me.
I remember the Titans. I do remember Heroes because I watched it as a kid. I don't remember it too much. I know I watched it because my parents were watching it. I love you, Beth Cooper. That's like 100% where I like was starstruck too. Like Gabriela Montez, starstruck watching I Love You, Beth Cooper. Because that movie was genuinely hilarious and she was a big part of it. And then of course, Kirby.
Yeah, and Screams
Scream
4 and
and
Scream
what do
6.
we quote all the time? With
Get
Kirby.
out of my house! Oh my gosh. She played it so perfectly.
Like a high school girl that's just like such a nuisance for this dude to be in my house. Why are you here? Isn't that what she asked him too? Why are you here, Trevor?
I was invited. Get out! You know?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. She was 36 years old. I mean, if you really think about it, dude, we're not that far from there. Like that really sucks to pass away at that point in your life.
I was really looking forward to seeing her come back in a Scream movie.
Yeah.
In the future, she was definitely a fan favorite and certainly a surprise in Scream 6. Is what it is.
She had a daughter, and her brother passed away 3 years ago. So their parents, unfortunately, have lost both their children. So
To the same thing. I mean, it was...
I saw that it might have been a cardiac arrest. I don't really know. They haven't really released anything. I heard a cardiac arrest. Heard it could have been caused by an overdose. I don't really know what it is, but I think the son had an underlying health condition though, so not really sure. But condolences, like that's really sucks. She was a great actress. I remember growing up watching, and I just kind of like aged with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So Hey,
It's
that
sad.
sucks. It's unfortunate.
It is sad. But
Let's kind of change the tune a little bit. So D23 happened this weekend. I was at the river, so I didn't have the best signal. So I couldn't keep up with the automatic updates that kept coming out. But, of course, we had access to it shortly after. And there was a lot of announcements that happened over D23.
one of the biggest reveals is certainly Doomsday, new Doomsday trailer. I mean, I was not expecting that to pop up on my feed.
Really?
I was not expecting it, but super glad that it came out. I mean, certainly seeing the whole. I'll have you. What did Thor say to Doom at the very end?
You'll
of it?
be
He said,
begging. You'll be begging for hell long before I grant it.
And then
Hell
boom.
answers to me.
Yeah. I
that's
am
elite.
doomed.
Well,
And honestly, being able to see the Doom bots for the first time, neat. I was afraid that they were going to make it look all wrong. I don't know why I was afraid. Well, I think I have reason to be skeptical of
Sure,
Marvel's.
it's Disney.
You know, it's
I
Disney.
mean, it's not even Marvel. It's just Disney. Disney really does like to shit the bed sometimes.
Sometimes. But I was really concerned about it in the past. Now that I've seen it, I'm like, all right, this is a threat. This is cool. I don't know how they beat the Sentinels from X-Men, but they did. You know, like because the Sentinels look badass in the X-Men, franchise. But here the Doom bots are here. I'm like,
I think this is a perfect way of showing that nobody is on Doom's level, right? That's exactly what you want, kind of what you got from Infinity War. We've gone over that, but I'm so excited, man. I think it looks really good. This trailer was what was released in Comic-Con San Diego a couple weeks back. So I kind of figured at D23 they would kind of release it to the public, and at that time people were upset because they didn't release X-Men at that time. But I think he also wanted to make sure, like, hey, all the ink was signed, all the contracts are squared away, everybody's ready to go. Now let's release it.
yeah, for sure.
And hey, I mean, they took over, right? Because everybody was going crazy after the casting choices. So if you want to get into that, how do you feel about Kit Connor as Cyclops?
I think he'll play it well. I haven't really been following him much in the past, so it was sort of like a unknown, which is fine. I prefer it to be sort of to me an unknown actor, like somebody who isn't just thrown in the role because he has a well-known name. So I'm glad that they're opening the doors up to a lot, which we'll get to in a second, like to a lot more actors to be able to really make their mark on the world as like, oh, you know, this person is Cyclops, this person is Storm, this person is this person is that. I mean, like, I don't know who these people are. I haven't really been focusing too much on them, so super glad.
Yeah, he's credited for a couple movies on Netflix. I know him from Warfare.
The Warfare.
Did you ever catch that movie? It's really good. You should actually watch it. But yeah, he's there. He's a supporting character, but he's this like badass soldier. So I definitely see the combative vision for him.
As like did you come across like a leader in that movie?
I mean, he's more of a supporting character. The real leader in that one is Adam Warlock. What's his name? War of the Millers. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah, him. Yes. Anyways, he's the leader. He's the leader, and the guy that was potentially gonna be Beast. Did you see the what do you do all day?
Continue.
No, so he's not the leader in that movie. He's just a supporting character. He's a background character, really. I'm not trying to put him down, but he's a background character.
Now he's like front and center, which
Now he's front and center for Marvel.
is a big step up for him.
Oh, dude, I don't think people realize how front and center Captain America was. Steve Rogers and Chris Evans. That's Kit Connor's role now. Like, he's going to be the face of the X-Men. Of course, if you just consider Charles Xavier the face, then that's fine. But the leader is
I've always seen Charles
Cyclops.
Xavier more of like a Uncle Iroh type figure
like
to
Master
Aang
Splinter.
and Zuko, you know. Yeah, like Master Splinter. Like
Yeah.
he's in the background. He's incredibly don't mess with him because you know he'll mess you up. But overall, he's that super duper like Gandalf, that super duper powerful person that is more of a advisor role.
So how Gandalf is to Strider is, of course, I like the name Strider, so I always call him Aragorn Strider. But to that is Charles Xavier to Cyclops. So I'm excited. He's front and center.
And Sadie Sink playing Jean Grey. I guess that's another big thing that I think we need to think about when it comes down to Cyclops is whether or not that actor and Sadie Sink can have.
They probably had great chemistry. You know what I mean? Because they had to have tested that. They had to have tested them.
Pretty important thing to pass up. You know?
Yeah, 100%. You have to make sure he has great chemistry. So I think they did. and I'm not worried about their romance. Like, I think it's gonna look great. I think their chemistry is gonna look great. You already know she can play it really good, and their age is very close. So it's gonna look great.
And then we got speaking of Professor X, I mean, we got Christopher Abbott playing Charles Xavier. What are your thoughts on that? That's a little interesting. I mean,
honestly, it's like one of those things that you said. You don't know too much about them, so it kind of gives them time to, like, one, grow into that role, right? You don't have to shed who they played in their last movie, because now at this point, all you're gonna see him is Charles Xavier. All you're gonna see from Kit Connor is Cyclops. Can we say that for Sadie Sink? Do you think watching Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, maybe fast forward 2 years from now, she's already been in a couple projects, would you have shed Mad Max from Stranger Things, or you think you'll still know her as Stranger Things?
I think, you know, it's so weird that you say that, because they to answer your question, they say never take a superhero role in Hollywood,
Leal.
because then you're stuck like that forever. You know, you'll never be able to branch out and do other things, because fans will only ever see you as that, you know, AKA Captain America. You know, I mean,
Or Robert Downey Jr.
Or Robert Downey Jr. You know, it's a blessing and a curse in regards to that. When it comes to Sadie Sink, I guess we'll see when it comes down to the future, you know, the franchise. But as of right now, just seeing her in Brand New Day playing as that, she's still Max to me.
You're like, that's a girl from Stranger Things.
Yeah, 100%.
I get it.
So she may be outside of the, you know, thing. I mean, like, when we look at Star-Lord, you know, you could see him as Andy from Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Rec, yeah.
And that's probably where he was most known before he became Star-Lord, and now he's Star-Lord. You may say, like, Jurassic Park, but overall, people are going to look at him and think Star-Lord. You know, so that's somebody who was, you know, had stuff beforehand, and then now is just only seen as Star-Lord. A similar concept could happen to Sadie Sink. Like, she's not Max anymore. She's Jean Grey. I don't think so. I think in the future it's going to be Sadie Sink.
Still be Mad Max.
Thank you, Max.
That's crazy, because think about all the other superheroes that have been portrayed and have been casted. How many of them do you see a previous project? Iron Man, you see Tony Stark. Chris Evans, you see Captain America. Thor, you see Chris Hemsworth. That's all you think of. Like Mark Ruffalo, all you think of is Hulk. Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, all you think of is...
And all those people had some killer roles outside of it.
Yeah, they had Jeremy Renner.
Beforehand and after.
All you think... The Town, amazing movie. All you think of is Hawkeye. So how many people can actually jump into Marvel, be a part of that project, and that doesn't overtake them? It's a previous project. So if Sadie Sink does that, she's got to be...
The one in a million.
Because I'm trying to think, man, like Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, I just think Doctor Strange.
No, I think Smaug. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Smaug. From The Hobbit.
No, you're done. Josh Brolin, but no. I mean, technically it might be a little different because it's not his actual face. So you might not automatically think Thanos. People might think No Country for Old Men, or which is the one with the...
You know, that is interesting. Well, yeah, that is kind of interesting. If you're an alien, I feel like you still have... It's so... Because they still look the same.
Yeah, Nebula.
Still, yeah, 100%. There you go.
But when I see her face, I don't think Nebula first.
No, you
I
don't.
think, unfortunately, Jumanji. But it's because it's her actual face. You know what I mean? And then when you see Nebula, you're like, is that her?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah, that is her.
I guess maybe Dave Bautista is the only person that you look
Wrestler.
at.
See WWE. And then I see Drax, but I see WWE. Oh.
Still Gamora. I mean, like... no,
You think?
Like Saldana. I mean, like, I think
Zoe?
because she's still an alien. She still has got. I don't look at her and I immediately think Nebula, or excuse me,
Zoe?
I think
She's Zoe. That's
yeah.
Zoe
There you
Saldana.
go.
She's just got green shit on her face.
I know, but I don't see her as her character in Marvel. I see her as everything else, the lioness, you know, or
Yeah.
you know, Natiri or whatever. So,
I mean, yeah, that's tough. But I mean, her face,
an alien,
her
though.
profile is so strong that I see Zoe Saldana. Like I can't see Gamora.
okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you don't. So if you're an alien for whatever reason, like your mind doesn't
Adapt.
like you are the character in Marvel and you are only that. You know.
I get it.
So yeah,
Nebula, it's a little tough because she's bald, and obviously the
she
women
actually has
in real
hair
life-
in real life. So yeah.
I'm trying to think. Is there anybody else that we might be forgetting about? That Bucky? No, all I see is Winter Soldier.
Same.
Anthony Mackie. Oh, Papa Doc? I don't know. I kind of see him as 8 Mile, but because he got flamed. and he didn't even rap.
Clarence, you mean?
Yeah.
Who has parents that have a real
his
good
real name
marriage?
is- Yeah. He went to a private school. Honestly, I'm just trying to get through like the early Avengers and all that. I mean, Red Guardian, David Harbaugh. I see Stranger Things.
I do.
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Florence Pugh. I see her
Widow.
iteration of
Yeah.
Black Widow. I don't see Oppenheimer. I don't. Now that I'm thinking about it, Don't Worry, Darling. I know she's been in a couple other projects, but Marvel really does overtake your life.
Like I said, it's a blessing and a curse. You get a hefty paycheck, but you're stuck in that role for life, and you can't really branch out with other things.
I will challenge that, and we'll get to it in a little bit with Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, and now as Sinister.
We'll see. He hasn't gone on screen just yet.
I know
but
he's
we'll
probably
get to
the
it, we'll get
most
to it.
expensive person in this casting choices.
Probably.
Yeah.
But like I said, if Sadie Sink is able to
Shed.
Stay.
Mad Max.
Everything else stay Max, which I mean it's kind of hard to not see her as that, even with Brand New Day. So we'll see. Hopefully that.
But this is her
that plays
first
out.
project post Stranger Things. You know what I mean? So it's hard to see her. She's been in. She was in the Fear Street movies, and we like the Fear Street movies. She was in. I think she was in the last two, not the first one. But yeah, she completely is still seen as Mad Max. But maybe it might wash away after a couple projects. We'll see. Because I don't see Jean Grey. But I don't. And that's not a
Marvel
dart
effect
at
hasn't-
her.
yeah,
She's a great actress. I'm sure she can. I just don't see the vision yet. You know what I mean?
sure.
Because all the what we saw in the 2000s growing up, they look like they're all in their 30s and 40s. You know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
these are kids that are they're not kids, they're in their 20s, but they're supposed to
growing with the
grow.
role.
So hey, maybe in 10 years, all we know is Jean Grey is.
And then we'll say Max, and people are like, what?
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's right. She was Max in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Maybe we might do that 10 years from now. We'll see.
But beyond that, we also just found out that Maya
Maya Boyd.
is going to be playing Storm. Those are big shoes to fill. You know, like Halle Berry. How do you beat Halle Berry? Maybe you're not supposed. Maybe it's the wrong mindset. You're not supposed to beat them. You're just supposed to be up to the same level.
Is she more? Do you think her being Storm, right? Her touching that hero. You think it's more so because of her acting, like she was elite at it, or is it just because she was the heartthrob Halle Berry? She's the late girl from Swordfish, like.
Are you saying like, oh, why was Halle Berry so?
Because I don't think she killed Storm, bro.
You don't think so?
And even then, her accent, she gave up on the accent first movie.
That was one thing that I've consistently watched the X-Men movies. I'm like, that's a little odd. You are, yeah, I get you. She definitely is supposed to.
She just doesn't come
sound
off
a
as
little
that
different.
like goddess among. You know what I mean? Because she's like isn't she an Omega level mutant?
She's good. Yeah.
So I just don't feel that with Halle Berry. And I mean, you never know.
I still very much enjoyed Halle Berry growing up. I mean, to
for sure.
this day, I only see her as Storm. I'm open to the idea of Maya Boyd being
She's Storm.
You know, the next Storm. I want her to make it her own role and be cool at it. Certainly, once again, that's another person that is, for the most part, kind of unknown. I think she only did like theater work.
Theater, yeah. She doesn't have
before-
many credits.
I mean, seriously, somebody must have been just like driving past, rolled down the windows, like, oh, I don't know
Isn't
you
that
at
very
all.
similar to Hugh Jackman though, when he was picked as Wolverine? Because he was from theater. He didn't. No, not a lot of people. Not a lot of people knew him. I mean, Tom Hiddleston, Loki. Not a lot of people really knew him, and you're like, really?
Yeah.
Okay, and then you see it, and you're like, that's the god of stories right there. So yeah, I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, I'm excited and open to the idea of her playing. Storm. That'd
And
be
she
great.
doesn't. And funny enough, I'm not an actor or an actress, so I'm sure there's a much better way that they can describe it. But it's kind of like when we were in the military and in basic, when we want to go start shooting our rifles, and they're like, hey, usually the best shooters are people that haven't been shooters their whole life because you usually develop bad habits. And now we have to break those habits so that you can become an even better shooter.
I remember that talk.
Because I didn't shoot like that when I was a kid. I went in there and I was sharpshooter, like already. But it's because I just learned good habits already from the
Immediately,
beginning.
yeah.
Maybe that's going to be with her. Like, I'm not saying Halle Berry has terrible habits, but she's talented, right? Because you're in Broadway, so you're extremely talented to be in Broadway. You're doing a plethora of actions, whether it's singing, acting, dancing, choreography. There's so much that goes into theater that I didn't even realize. Like, I thought theater acting and movie acting are pretty similar, and it's actually not like at all. It's completely different. So she's extremely talented, but she's probably raw. So they're gonna teach her how to be great day one. I think she's gonna do it. I think she'll be really good. She has the appearance, the hair. It just looks great. Looks great. Looks perfect. She's tall too. She's like 6 feet tall.
Let's see her with some storms and some tornadoes behind her, and I think I'll even be even more
I like the
excited.
whole youth choice.
I think one of the biggest things for the X-Men is Inde Navarrette. Oh my goodness gracious!
Is it Navarrette or is it Navarrette?
Navarrette.
I thought it was Navarrette.
Inde. All right, her. She's the person that
Nikki.
played. She's Nikki. She's freaky Nikki. All right.
Could she be? Is that another one? When you see her, will you only see Nikki?
Right now, yeah. Yeah, right now, yeah, because she killed it.
Yeah,
did.
she's amazing.
No. You can't do that.
She made $20,000 from Obsession, and now look at what it got her.
Yeah.
Multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody was concerned about that. I certainly, when I was reading that stuff, like as it came out, like she only got paid $20,000 for like one of the most successful movies of the year, Obsession. If you guys didn't, you guys didn't catch up on that, but I mean, like I immediately thought, who cares how much she made? Or she wasn't the one doing the risk. The people who were making the movie were doing
Funding
the risk.
it.
So they deserve the rewards more than anybody else. Now that, but what she got outside of the $20,000 was recognition. So now, goodness gracious, I mean, the sky's the limit for her.
Everybody sees her and they know exactly who she is now. Going from a streamer who could barely afford to pay for her bills, started walking dogs to make money. And you probably, like, obviously, like, not talking mess, but we probably walked across the Indy one day and you just, you know, and now you walk and you're like, well, obviously you're not gonna be like, that's Rogue. You're gonna say, that's Nikki.
That's Nikki.
You're probably gonna walk the other way. You're a little scared.
Outside of her fame now, you know, her 15 minutes right now, it could be 15 minutes, with respectfully. I mean, who knows? It happens to actors and actresses all the time. I don't think it's going to be her, but just in case. Outside of the 15 minutes of fame that she has right now, do you think that she has the acting capability to play Rogue from what we've seen with Obsession?
I mean,
We've seen the freaky side, but what about the Rogue, like the character Rogue?
it's kind of tough because Rogue's Southern, right? She's elite fighter. She's very, I don't want to say like scared of her powers, right? Because she could
Kill you with a touch.
a complex character, and then especially her romance with Gambit. So I mean, it's kind of tough, man. Like, do I see the capabilities? She's so early in her acting career. So are we just gonna sit here and say who she is right now? That's the best movie she's ever gonna give you.
Yeah.
I mean,
hard
some
to-
actors,
can't
some
say that.
actress that happens. I just don't really see it with her. Like, I think her being a part of who Marvel is and what Disney is, she's got to get better, right? Like, she's got to improve. So, I mean, let's
The doors are open for her at the very least. I mean, you can't have a better backer than Marvel, you know, than
Yeah, for
freaking
sure.
Disney. Like, all the doors are open for you in regards
get
to the aid and the help they can provide for you in terms of acting coaches, dialect coaches,
Yeah.
etc. You know,
You probably even looked at it and was like, hey, maybe back then you're like, Hugh Jackman, a guy from Broadway, can he really be Wolverine? You know what I mean? Can he be that, you know, F off kind of guy? And it's like, no, he played him exceptional.
bub.
Yeah, so just give him a shot, and I think she'll do fine. It's gonna be. I really do want them to key in on these. It might be something so little that people are like, that's not really a big deal. But I want them to key on these accents. She has to have her Southern accent.
They did a good job with Gambit in that regard, did they not? That's a real I actually grew up
With Channing Tatum?
Yeah, that.
I don't know.
You have a weird face when it comes to that accent. That's pretty spot on.
It's
man.
not that it's
That's a
terrible.
really good
it's
accent
that
for-
he's just way too old for it already. It's unfortunate
I
that
see what you mean.
we couldn't get this years ago when he wanted to do it. You know who I even associate more as Gambit than him is the one from it's a terrible movie, X-Men Origins, Battleship.
Are you talking about Taylor Kitsch?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Okay, well, sometimes I forget all these people's names. But yes, he had the youth of Gambit. He had the wildness of Gambit. I like that. And it's not that I don't like Channing Tatum. He's just too... why I call him Channing Tatum is, of course, if you've seen... This is the end, you know why. He's already too old now. I don't think he's... Of course, he's not going to be the Gambit moving forward, right? We're all going to get a youth X-Men.
Yeah. Sorry.
So it's just going to be a different actor.
Taylor made it his own, but it's pretty clear he was a terrible. Like I'm not saying he was bad in the movie, In fact, he was very memorable in that movie, ironically enough, despite the fact that he only had a small amount of time in there.
It's not
but
his
he was a
fault.
terrible.
But I don't
Gambit.
think it's even
they,
his
they
fault.
just wrote it in such a weird way.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's terrible. I think they didn't understand what the hell they were doing because Deadpool was there but had so many powers. It was dumb. It was stupid.
Yeah.
So the whole movie we throw out. Scott Summers was there. Emma Frost was there. Like, so many people were there, but he kind of just threw them out. Actually, Scott Summers looked pretty good as Cyclops in that movie. But throw the whole movie out because it's dog shit.
Agreed. But outside of that, I think that was one of my favorite. Well, hold on. Actually, you're talking about the fact that Gambit and the chemistry or whatever between
Yeah, with
Gambit
Rogue.
and Rogue.
Well, yeah, like that's what's going to be pretty important too, moving forward. Is there? That's why I'm also saying too, like Channing Tatum is clearly not going to be your Gambit. One, he's already older, and two, everyone's doing younger. How would it feel about trying to put Rogue as Indy with
A 40-year-old.
Well, yeah, it's like how they were trying to get us to see how he looked in 21 Jump Street. Like, you look like 30.
Yeah.
Now he looks his age. That's fine, right? Everybody's supposed to age.
It's fine.
Stop this whole Hollywood, like how crazy they are about appearances and wanting them to make themselves look younger. It's okay to age. That's what's literally supposed
Everybody's
to happen.
done it, actually. Not a single person hasn't done it.
Yeah, like unfortunately, I feel like celebrities have this mindset of I can't look my age, so they start taking things and look younger, and it just backfires.
Oh, 100%. It makes them look way older.
I'm not gonna blast somebody right now, but there's a certain actress that is a celebrity right now that it looks really bad.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say who it is. Don't come for my soul. I'm not trying to sound bad, but that's just like a whole celebrity-wide thing going on where people don't want to look their age, and it's like, just you're 60, look like 60,
Yeah.
like it's fine. But anyways, that's what I'm saying with Channing Tatum.
I hear what you're saying. They'll definitely make. He's probably from another universe. There's an incursion going on with this Doomsday thing. So I mean, he's probably from another universe, and Rogue is going to be like something completely different. So
Yeah,
it
I
won't-
think so, too.
I highly doubt they'll even see each other.
Yeah,
to be
but I
honest.
hope they both come from from Earth 616 X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Since Rogue is
want Gambit and-
Southern. Well, they're both Southern.
Why do they have to come from exactly 616? Why can't
Well,
they
because-
come from Universe 17?
Well,
and
because those
Universe
are
20?
our X-Men moving forward. Because our X-Men in Earth 616 are coming from Earth
No, I
616.
see what you're saying. So why can't Navarrette be from 616 and Channing Tatum be from Universe 1003?
Well, yeah, sure, it don't matter. Wherever his universe is or whatever that is, that's fine. But I'm just saying the Gambit in Earth 616, the one that they bring in,
Gotcha.
he's got to be from the same area because he's
And ideally, this roughly the same age. You know,
it's got to be.
Let's not be
So,
pushing boundaries right there.
I saw a fan cast. I don't know if you can picture it. I can show you. If you can picture it in your mind, I have a picture. And it was Austin Butler as Gambit. And I got it for you.
Yeah, no, he definitely has something going on with that. Yeah, for sure. If you want to show them,
I mean, we could put a better picture. We could put a better picture on there. You're not going to be able to see it the best.
he's a fun actor too.
He's great. Fade Roth?
Yeah,
Elvis?
Elvis. Yep. I enjoy him. Seeing him on screen for sure. How old is he though?
That's what I was going to look up. He's been a popular fan cast. He is 35.
35. I
mean-
kind of knocking on the same door that we were with Channing Tatum right there.
Yeah, but
It's got to be somebody roughly the same age.
I guess,
'Cause
yeah.
otherwise, that's all people are going to see. Is like, that's a little weird, especially 10 years down the line when they
Yeah, but Indy is how old? Like 25, 26?
our age. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure, that's fine. If you want to say that, then you want to say that. But that's fine. But 35 years old, I still feel like you can make them relatively young. People gripe Tobey Maguire was 30 and he was playing 18.
Yeah,
It
they
didn't work.
did a lot of wrong things.
I get it. I'm just telling you, Hollywood can make somebody look young. You know what I mean? But whatever,
Inde
that's fine.
Navarrette, though, to
move
circle
on.
back, Indy being Rogue, super excited to see. Hopefully they, give her all the support she needs to really kill that role. That's one of my favorite news that we found out during D23.
Oh, really?
But outside of that, one that I personally, weirdly enough, I personally don't care about, but everybody's losing their minds. You know,
Yeah.
everybody just loses their minds.
Yeah.
All right. Adam Driver. is
Kylo
gonna be
Ren?
playing- Kylo Ren.
Oh, I'm so
He's
excited.
going to be playing Sinister. I'm excited to see Sinister, right? Sinister
sure.
is a villain in the X-Men universe.
Mm-hmm.
He's very, very famous for... We've never actually seen him on screen before, like on the big screen before, but he's very famous for really messing with the emotions of Cyclops and Jean Grey,
Mm-hmm.
even going as far as to making like a clone of
Madeline Proctor.
Jean Grey, because we ended up calling Madeline Pryor.
Madeline
And
Pryor.
they ended up having a baby that ended
Cable.
up becoming Cable. We saw Cable in
X-Men
Deadpool.
97. Oh, well, yeah. I just think of X-Men 97.
You don't think Josh Brolin's Deadpool?
No, well, no.
No, it's fine.
Josh
You don't-
Brolin is not Deadpool.
It's fine.
It's not Cable.
Cable.
No, if I think of X-Men Project and with respect and love to X1, X2, X3, The Last Stand, with respect to all of that, when I think of an X-Men Project, my mind straight goes to X-Men 97 and goes to First Class with James McAvoy and them, because yes, X-Men, that was the first with Hugh Jackman and them, but man, these other projects were so much better.
I hear you.
So much better.
So Sinister's. I'm excited to sort of see his villainy outside of everybody else's sort of like physical presence. He's more of that psychological sort of, I'm gonna mess with you psychologically sort of person. Kind of I feel like kind of what we see with Quentin Beck and Far From Home, but hopefully a lot better than that. So super excited to see him as Sinister, or see Sinister, the character, come to the big screen. As for Adam Driver playing him, I don't know why everybody's so crazy about that role. I mean, it's not like a dream role. I mean, he's a fun actor. Not fun, honestly. He's just an okay actor, in my opinion, dude. I mean, I can't see anything other than Kylo Ren when it comes to him. So seeing that person as Sinister is just, it could have been anybody else, and I would have been the same level of excited.
They've been trying to get Adam Driver for years to join Marvel, but he's an exceptional actor. There's no way you see Adam Driver in any of his movies and you're like, I mean, he's okay. Kind of like how, you know what it is? So you love Star Wars sequels, right? Okay, let's get into that.
I hate Star Wars
That's
sequels.
great. Let's get into that. What you talk about a lot when it comes to Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man is whenever I tell you, oh, I hate this, and oh, they love me. What do you say? You usually say like, oh, that's not, don't just think of one thing and let it sour everything else and who the character is. You need to take your own advice with Adam Driver, because all you hate is the sequels, and anything associated with the sequels of Star Wars, you hate. So you see Kylo Ren and you just think of Crybaby and you're like, oh, I hate it. So that's why I feel like you have this sort of idea with Adam Driver that you can't see anything past the piece of crap project in Kylo Ren. He is an amazing actor, dude. House of Gucci. What's the other one? The love story with Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson. Our Love Marriage or Our Marriage, or Marriage Story, something like that. Oh, dude, his acting was insane in that movie. He's a BlacKkKlansman. He's a great actor, dude. Great actor. They've been trying to get him for years to join Marvel, and he would always say no because he's probably waiting for the right time, the right moment. I thought it was gonna be Magneto, but because you can make that hair white and it will look great.
Why?
But
he made that joke when he was there at D23.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be playing Magneto. Pause. Actually, not really him.
yeah.
I'm going to be playing somebody else. But, I mean,
Yeah.
What, and everybody initially went crazy with that. Like, oh my goodness, he's playing Magneto. Oh! Why?
because
He'd be a terrible Magneto.
Why? How? Magneto is such a complex character that's hurt by emotional trauma. You don't think he could do that?
Magneto's
Go watch a
supposed to
Marriage
be
Story.
old, all right? Magneto's supposed to be old. So is Professor X. I'm tired of these 40-year-old people playing these characters. Look, if you want to make a storyline like they did with First Class and whatnot, where it has to be set in the 70s and the 60s and whatnot, and they're supposed to be young, by all means, do that little story.
You can just
have
say-
those young people play that. Introducing them officially into the MCU as 40-year-olds. Really? They're not going to be as powerful as they were later on in life.
You could just say they age different. That's what they did
They
with Namor.
age different?
Namor,
As a mutant, you age different.
that Namor has, he's literally told him that he ages different. When he was
So
explaining...
everybody's the same. No! Oh my! Wolverine ages differently because he's
No.
immortal.
Okay, so
all
get
right?
this. So get this. This is how I think this is the best way that they can do it. The gene has always been there, right? There's only been a select few of mutants that have existed. Wait, give me a second. Let me cook. So the mutants have always existed. There's only been a little amount that their gene was actually mutated to where it activates their gene, right? Now, because of a lot of exposure to gamma radiation, now there's more mutants. So say at the time, I don't know, just random spitballing. Say there was 100 mutants, right, in the world from the time whatever time X till now. Yeah, then there's definitely some that age different. Namor age different, but he's been around for hundreds of years. You could say the same thing with Charles Xavier. You could say Charles Xavier and Magneto are they were born in the 30s. They were born in the 30s, but Eric went through the Holocaust, right? Because that is a big part of who he is. And why he is the way he is, because he's seen the worst of humanity. You could just say they age differently. As for all the other mutants that are popping up and that are kids, you could just say their gene was activated when the gamma radiation.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Oh, so now you're getting all frustrated a second ago.
Okay. So we'll call them alpha mutants and beta mutants. Alpha mutants were there before the snap.
Sure.
And beta mutants were activated post snap.
Sure, that's fine. Call it whatever you want to call it. But they just age differently. That'll explain why Wolverine. They're gonna piss me off if they say Wolverine's in his 20s, because dude fought in World War I, World War II, Spanish American War, 1812, whatever you want to say, don't matter. He fought all of them. So just say he was one of the alpha mutants, whatever you want to call it, however you want to categorize. That they have been here, they age differently, because Namor already did it. Maybe they did it by accident a couple years ago when they were describing his backstory in Wakanda Forever. But he said that he aged differently than everybody else. So he said, I'm a mutant.
I just see that as power. I saw that as power specific. And since that was never categorized with Eric and with Xavier, it's like, no, you can't just throw that on there just because you want to throw it on there. Because I was initially thinking, so how long has Sadie Sink been a teenager in this universe? But she would be considered a beta mutant compared to Alpha, the rest. Interesting.
And in Brand New Day, she talked about them just getting their powers recent. They weren't born with that power. So if anybody remembers them going back to the park bench and everything like that, they were given away at an older age. And they're barely getting into their powers and how to use their powers, and they're teenagers, which stands to reason that they just got their powers like maybe a year ago, maybe 2 years ago.
That could be fun.
Maybe when the snap happened. That's why obviously we've gone over it multiple times. I don't know how they're going to say it. They're obviously way smarter than me. I just think the simplest way is to just say the snaps, all the exposure to gamma radiation activated your mutation gene. That's how you have more mutants. But the mutants have always been. Just say they age differently, just like Namor, and you gloss right over it. Because people can get all upset, like, oh, it doesn't make any sense to age this and that. And then you explain to them, and they're like, I like it.
Yeah, a bunch of like,
losers.
Slow your roll, man. All right. Couldn't imagine being
I could
like
imagine being those people.
Well, outside of that, so that's the MCU right there. That's all the information we got from that. Super excited to see more Doomsday stuff and see the X-Men in the future. That'll be really great. It does seem like they're bringing together a lot of storylines that I thought they had just thrown away. Like, for instance, Vision. Coming out with the Vision Quest, and I think that's going to be really fun. The little mini-series.
It looks great.
It does look great, right?
It looks great.
I thought they forgot about him. Like, okay, I guess Vision just isn't a thing anymore.
No, I didn't think. I never thought they forgot about him.
You didn't.
No, I just think that they were.
So Hercules being, a thing, a post-credit scene, and Vision, and
well, think about what it was attached to. Thor: Love and Thunder was absolutely dog. Like, it was terrible. So, yeah, of course, everyone's going to be like, let's probably not bring that up. Let's not bring that up.
Not very many people had...
WandaVision was great.
I liked WandaVision. Not very many people had good things to say about the miniseries in general across the board for the past few years outside of Loki.
I think because people hate. People hate to hate. Like, I could just say anything. Oh, this person is... Inde Navarrette is casted, and they're like, well, that doesn't make sense. That, like, people just have to hate.
Yeah, she's not buff enough. Or whatever.
People just have to hate and complain about something. So I wouldn't take that with too much. Everybody always finds a reason to complain. It's not cool anymore to just say, oh, let's give it time. Like, it might work. But it's because social media. Everybody has to be that person that to talk crap about it so they can get the most like. It doesn't make sense why people don't let something happen. So I don't know. I think people hate to hate, and it always annoys me. Like, just give it a chance. I think it's gonna work.
Fine. All right. That's whatever. Moving on. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about with D23?
Well, we could stay in the superhero realm. I love Incredibles. And now Incredibles 3 is coming out.
So many theories with that. So many things to talk about in regards to just what few things were given out.
So from what I heard, could be wrong. It's not a time jump. It's still them as their age now. Maybe a year older, but it's still them at that age. It's still Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack. They're not in their 20s and 30s. They might be a little bit older, but it's still this same time frame. And it's going to be heavily revolved around them as the kids. It seemed like you kind of started doing that in part 2 because they had to save their parents.
Yeah, the first movie was about the dad. The
dad.
second movie's about the mom. It stands to reason that the third movie's going to be about the kids. Did you remember? They actually came out
You think
with...
it was really about her, part 2?
Yeah, obviously. The whole thing was about her.
I think it was about... I think it was about Bob. What's his name? Bob, right?
Bob?
I think it's about Bob learning to take a step back, be with the family because she's being the badass hero. I don't feel like it was just about her. I don't even feel the first one was just about Bob.
Who was her... What? No. What? What do you mean the first one wasn't about Bob?
It was about them as a whole, the
Look,
family.
Bob is trying to be a superhero, all right? And that's the point of Incredibles 1.
Yes.
Mrs. Incredible is trying to be a superhero, all right? She's getting a lot of people
part
like,
2.
hey, we want you to be the face of this and whatever and whatnot. So that's her trying to be a superhero. The third movie, according to the stuff that has been released, is going to be about the kids trying to really get into their role as superheroes. You can imagine that the adults, Bob and Mrs. Incredible, are going to be like, hey, look, this thing's getting a little too dangerous. We either do this together or not at all, right? So they're going to be like, no, but I mean, I can do this, you know? And similar story that we see with other things. Doesn't make it worse. Love it, all right? Knock on those doors. Really, I want to see them come into
different.
it. The main antagonist for this movie isn't going to be Screenslaver. It's not going to be Syndrome, you know, a fake supervillain and an actual
Incrediboy.
The third supervillain is going to be it's going to be a legit supervillain, a dangerous supervillain.
The Underminer.
It's actually going to be a person that has multiple powers. Does that remind you of anybody? Jack Jack. It reminds you of Jack Jack, who having multiple powers. It's a theory, but a fun little theory.
Jack Jack's gonna be the villain.
Yeah, people have been theorizing about Jack Jack becoming a villain, a supervillain, since Incredibles 1.
Yeah, but if there's no time jump, so then the 4-year-old's the villain?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that what there could be is a little bit of a time travel thing that's going on. He has multiple powers, and he's growing. The same powers that he had in Incredibles 1 isn't the same powers that he had in...
Yeah.
He has
I think
more
he's up
powers.
to like 14 powers in part 2.
Exactly. It's growing. It's growing. It's growing. We saw that in Incredibles 2. So Incredibles 3, what if he actually gets the power of time travel, and you give a child unlimited power as he grows up? It's very hard to keep him on the right path. So as an adult, maybe he comes back as a villain and mucks stuff up.
So then if Jack Jack is teleported or time travels or whatever to the future, or however you want to put it, is there still Jack Jack that exists in this reality with them?
I do think so.
So now it's just 2 Jack Jacks.
Baby
One
Jack Jack
present
Jack
and
Jack.
one adult. So then while the whole time they're like, man, who is this villain? They find out it's older Jack Jack. How easy was it to get there though? You know what I mean? Like, I want it to be something that's so completely different that you never saw coming. You think if they showed this dude that has a bunch of powers and you're like, man, who could this be? There's one person in the incredible story that has more than 1-2 powers. Jack Jack. Like, that's not a crazy leap to get there. At least do something so creative that we never knew that was that. I'm watching. No, never mind. I'm watching. It's way too late. I'm sorry, people. I'm watching Naruto right now. I was about to say something, but I can't say it because Brandon hasn't started it. But it'll make sense later. But like something happens and you're like, I didn't see that coming. Like there's no way people saw that coming. But if this is the truth and it is Jack Jack and he is from the future and he's got a plethora of powers, one can be reasonable to jump from that conclusion.
It could be that that's a red herring. If they look, I like my theory, and it's not just my theory. It's this theory that the fans of
I created it.
Yeah, the fans of The Incredibles have been doing that for decades now, right? That he is going to become a villain in the future in general, right? But outside of that theory, if they wanted to subvert expectations, they could just use Jack Jack as a red herring. Like maybe this is Jack Jack. Maybe Jack Jack is during this time going on a like as a baby starts doing things that are out of control of what the parents are normally willing to allow, and then there's this villain. It's like, does he have superpowers to where he can time travel back? Could this be him? And whatever and whatnot. Eventually, it ends up not being him. Could go that route too. That would certainly subvert your expectations.
One of the parents needed to die.
What? No.
One of the parents need to die.
That's
always that
fantastic.
Pixar moment. That's always that moment that somebody needs
What
to
is
die.
wrong with you?
How many Pixar movies have we seen where somebody dies and that's character development? They're gonna be a better person for it. That's Bob's got to die like on the line protecting his family. And it's come on. How many times is that in a bunch of Pixar movies? I'm not wild for saying that. There's in a bunch of Pixar movies where people die all the time.
So if they did movies about the Fantastic Four, like multiple Fantastic Four movies, let's put it up to like 6. And it's in a separate universe from ours, right? They just really harped on that. At a certain point, would you say, I think the Thing needs to die?
Well, yeah, Reed Richards is probably gonna die, and Human Torch is probably gonna die here pretty soon. So yeah, it's heroes die, people die. You want to know? Stranger Things just left this thing in our minds where it's like, hey, let's just kill supporting actors. All the main characters, they live. Nothing happens to them. It's like, no, people die. It's okay. I'm going through it right now, Naruto. I'm not gonna say what, but people have to die. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Pixar moments, everybody dies. Everybody always dies. Up, she died. Cars, dead. Like, people die. It's okay.
Trash.
No, you love it. People love it. That's why people feel something when they watch it. With Inside Out. You know the death I'm talking about, and it hurts all of us. Bing Bong. People die. That's Pixar. Pixar makes those moments where it's like, oh, that hurts so bad. What better way than a dad to go out protecting his son? What if it is Jack? And what if they find out later, like, oh, so this person killed my dad. I hate him. And you unmask and it's Jack. And you're there and you're so conflicted because you're like, you're my brother. You killed my dad. You know what I mean? There's a little conflicting thing where you're like, hey, maybe this could work. You see just one Pixar moment in there changes everything. It changes the whole dynamic. You don't think so? You don't think... What about Frozone dies?
Why? Why are you gonna kill the coolest person?
I could see that happening.
What about Frozone? What if Frozone is something happens to Bob and Frozone is there trying to protect and then Frozone dies? There's gotta be a Pixar moment.
Dude, that was my favorite one growing up.
But there you go. But it's not the parents. But it's a beloved character, and you might make people cry if Frozone dies. You gotta kill somebody.
Where is my super suit?
You gotta kill somebody.
Oh my
It's gotta happen. Was there a Pixar moment in the other ones?
No, that's why I'm like, I don't think anybody needs to die for Incredibles.
Why is there no Pixar moments? It is Pixar. I'm not being dumb, right? It is Pixar.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So why
Part
is
of
there
the Pixar theory? So yes.
So why is there no Pixar? Yeah. Because the Incredibles poster is in Coco. Yeah. So why is there no Pixar moment?
You're ridiculous, dude. Goodness.
There's gotta be. There's gotta be.
Not with Incredibles.
Outside of
They've already killed. Sorry, I don't mean it. They've already killed off so many superheroes in Incredibles. That was scary when he was going through when he went into the island and he was going through the computer and it just kept saying dead. All the heroes that he knew all got sent to that island and all died. So it's like they showed moments where it's like, hey, we kill off superheroes in this series. They need to do something like that for Incredibles 3. I'm not even gonna charge you for it. Use it. I'm not even gonna patent that. Go ahead and use it. That'd be a great idea.
It's a terrible idea.
Come on, dude. You don't think so? That Bob dies saving them, and they later find out it's Jack.
Terrible idea.
Why? Why? That's conflicting. That's emotional
That's
pain.
way too mature for a kids movie, for a family movie. Excuse me.
Nah, that movie's like 20 years old though.
Same thing that
I'm not saying
Dom-
Incredibles 1 is too mature. I'm saying what you're trying to say with Bob dying in Incredibles 3 is way too mature of a thing to have in a family movie.
No, I don't think so. Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse is a kids movie.
Different.
And
It's not
that's
different
deep.
level. Different level. Way
Frozen
different
2.
level.
Isn't Frozen 2? You love Frozen 2. Isn't that pretty deep?
Yeah, but she came back to life. She came back to life immediately, almost immediately.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, there's got to be Pixar moments. You don't think every Pixar movie has to have a Pixar moment?
Well,
The movies that we all love have that Pixar moment. Toy Story 3 will forever be in your heart forever because you thought they were about to die. Up is going to be in your heart forever because he lost Ellie. All these movies that we know and love have Pixar moments. Inside Out, you cried with Bing Bong.
it's just different, man. I don't know what to tell you. That's no.
So what's the moment that you hold dear with Incredibles?
Nobody has to die for me to love the movie.
No, but there's always a moment in Pixar that you hold dear because it was hurt, because it hurt you. That's why you connected it so heavily. I love Incredibles. Like, don't be wrong, it doesn't make the movie like worse for me, but wouldn't it amplify the movie and the movie experience?
No.
If you had a moment that you held on to.
I grew up watching Incredibles. I enjoyed
Coco.
Incredibles, and Incredibles is still on the same level as Coco and the rest.
You know, you are kind of cooking because we haven't had a Pixar moment in Incredibles at all.
We don't need one.
But
Nobody has to die.
Think about every other movie. Think about every other Pixar movie. There's a Pixar moment where somebody dies. It begins with death. A parent passes away. Something happens.
Yes.
Incredibles is the only one that. Incredibles is the only one that has not happened yet.
I'm trying to think, and I don't remember a Pixar moment. And hey, maybe they explain it or something, but I don't know. There's no Pixar moments.
At least not with the character that you.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah,
What
the
hurts?
mom
What hurts? Mom. The mom died. Like, now that I'm thinking about it.
Wally, the robot dies.
Yep. Up.
You guys
already.
are just making the point even more. I mean, you guys still remember Incredibles. You guys all still love the Incredibles. And throughout our
But wouldn't
entire
it be
childhood,
amplified? Wouldn't it be even
nobody
better?
died in our entire childhood.
Wouldn't it be even better? Monsters Inc. Oh, dude. You had to let her go. Like, it
That's
hurts. Soul. I'm not even going to talk about Soul. We all know exactly what hurts in Soul. Turning Red, I didn't watch that. Wall-E, yeah, we know that's that one hurts. There's a lot of these movies where you're like, man, that hurts. And none of these. Luca? Oh, dude. When he gives up the oh man, what is it? The Vespa, when he gives up the scooter and he gives them money just to use the as a bus ticket to get away. Oh, dude, there's Pixar moments that you remember that you walk away from. Even though I love Incredibles, now that I'm thinking about it, if they would have thrown a Pixar moment in there, it might have made it better.
You guys are so wild. You guys are so unbelievably wrong for this because you guys are sitting here saying like, "Oh yeah, I love the Incredibles." We just had this whole conversation. Stop. You guys are having this whole conversation. You're about to leave today, and what's gonna go through your minds? You know what? Now that I think of it, Incredibles is kind of mid. There's not enough depth.
Nobody said that.
Hold on. There's not enough depth in the movie, man.
Who said Incredibles?
That's what you guys are basically saying
We
right now.
just
You
said
guys are
it's
wild.
good. I could say a movie is good, but it'll amplify it if something else was there. So yeah, if I have a burger and I got some lettuce, tomato, cheese, avocado, grilled onions, it's good. It's really good. But if you throw a fried egg in there, it's even better. So that's what Incredibles. Incredibles is your burger with cheese, lettuce, tomato, grilled onions. What is it missing? An egg. Incredibles. If you put a Pixar moment in there, it's got that yolk when you bite into it, it's there. So yeah, I'm not saying Incredibles is mid. You've never heard me on camera, off camera, ever say Incredibles is mid. I think I've even gone out here and saying it's one of the best superhero movies ever. I love it. But it could be better. That everything could be better.
If the baby just died, it'd be just so
That's
off
different.
peak.
No, that's different. I did not say that. I'm talking about a parent love. How many times do you know in movies the parents sacrifice himself for the kids, and it hurts, but it makes the movie so much better. Right off the top of my mind, A Quiet Place, when he looks at his daughter and he goes, "I love you," and screams. Oh, it hurts so bad, but it emotionally scarred you that you hold that moment dear.
I'm telling you,
do you not?
Way too mature for a family movie.
Bambi! Come on, dude. Mom dies. You feel it. So, yeah, do that. Let one of the parents, maybe that doesn't even have to be Bob or his wife, Ellen. What's her name? Helen, sorry. Maybe Frozone. Maybe Frozone is a life like an uncle to them, right? You love all those badass uncle stuff. What if he dies giving his life for them? That would hurt all of us because we all love Frozone.
They could introduce a new character.
And kill off a character?
Yeah.
But that's what Stranger Things does, and that's what I hate. They just introduce a new character just to kill them off later so they can get away not killing a main character. So it's like, it's okay for characters to die. Maybe let it be Frozone. If it really throws you off the idea of Bob or Helen, maybe let it be Frozone. But I'm telling you, a Pixar moment would make Incredibles even better than it already is. It would just make it better. It's missing that fried egg.
Let us know in the comments below, who do you want to die in the family movie Incredibles? Who do you really hope
Is Nemo not
dies?
a family movie? His wife dies. is Inside Out not a family movie? Bing Bong dies. We just went over this.
And they want somebody to die, though. I mean, oh my gosh. I don't
Sure,
know.
you don't want them to die, but it makes you feel something when that happens.
Like I said, everybody still loves The Incredibles, and nobody's died yet.
Whatever. Coco, that one
Coco
hurt.
3. Everybody's saying these
Coco
weird...
2.
2, excuse me. Everybody's saying some weird stuff about this movie. I'm seeing nothing but hate, and I don't
told you, everyone likes to hate.
I don't get it. Like, they're just seeing his hairstyle as an older kid growing up in Mexico.
He's a teenager.
And he's like, ugh, terrible. Why?
Yeah,
It's not a terrible haircut.
it's fine. He's got a fade. He's a teenager. That's exactly what teenagers do.
Go outside. I mean, they're all around.
Bro, people just hate. I love to hate, and I don't understand it. But it's okay because it looks really good. And
He does get to see his
Mama
his grandma.
Coco again. Yeah,
Coco.
I love it. He was actually Dom was kind of cooking a minute ago because right before we started recording, he was like, "Hey, honestly, I don't know the synopsis of the movie. I have no idea what the movie's about. I don't know if they showed it at D23.
I don't know either. And they haven't. They just showed like little screenshots and whatnot. But I did have another theory. Because he is shown seeing with Mama Coco,
Yeah.
at least in the picture.
So he
Whether or
goes
not
back.
that's metaphorical or not, it seems to me like that's a literal thing.
I think he's got a fade, so I think he goes back. I think it's him older.
I got you. I just don't know if him seeing Mama Coco is a metaphorical thing. Like he's always remembers her, and just like my mom died when I was young, so my mom's with me all the time. I'm not sure if it's like a that sort of thing, or if he physically does, like he knows how to go back and to and from the land of the dead. I don't know. Could be, if that is the case, maybe because it seems to be like the main villain based off of the pictures is going to be
Ernesto.
right? He's still alive.
Why?
Obviously, you can't kill a dead person. So if he's coming to and from the land of the dead, maybe it's not outside the realm of possibility.
Like
that
he goes into the real world?
Exactly. Could be something there. We don't know how he got into it. We just took it for granted, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good story, regardless. How did he get to the land of the dead? Because he stole a guitar? I mean, come on. Again, doesn't matter, right? I just took it for granted.
He stole from the dead.
But maybe maybe we're going to explore that a little more, and Ernesto's going to try and get into the land of the living. And that could be a whole thing, because how do you die in the land of the dead is people forgetting about you, and maybe nobody likes...
Well, nobody's going to forget about him because they all think he's...
maybe there's a
the
rule
greatest-
with that, because I've thought about that too. So that mean like Hitler? People still remember Hitler. People still remember bad guys in history. They're just going to be there forever, and you're never going to die? I mean, maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. There's probably going to be more rules introduced into this that we haven't really explored just yet.
Who's...
Only for Mexicans, by the way. This is not for any other race. I just want to throw that out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Land of the Dead, it's all Mexicans.
It's only Mexicans.
That's so messed up.
It's only Mexicans allowed to the party. It's a fiesta.
So what? So if I marry a Mexican,
It's joking, dude. It's not that serious.
there's just too many rules.
You're getting stuck on it. There's no logic to it. It's a movie. It's fake. I don't mean that to upset anybody if you think I'm calling it fake. I'm just saying it's a movie. But the idea of Ernesto coming to the land of the living,
Pretty good, right?
I actually kind of like it. But he would appear as he was in the land of the dead, because everybody looks similar. So then, wouldn't he know what he looks like?
Wouldn't he? Who?
Oh, I guess if he's trying to tell everybody that guy's dead, and they're like, "Kid, he's alive. He's right here. What are you talking about?" I mean, yeah, I get it. Okay, I see it.
Something there.
I kind of like it.
There's a good little concept.
I'm
right
not
there.
always gonna. I'm not gonna be quick to hate on it. If it sounds like good, might be worth it. I'm gonna let him, because Coco 1 was very good, and the music
You make me un poco loco.
is so good. Get Grupo Frontera to go over there and cook on that soundtrack. That would be awesome. What's another one that we got? Frozen 3. Frozen 3. We have a guy back here behind this camera that absolutely loves Frozen. I understand. Frozen 2 specifically, the worst one. Frozen 1, I really understand why people loved it.
Oh, yeah.
I even had it.
Great.
I even had it as like a DVD, because I was like, man, this is DVD, right? I was like, man, it's
a
really
Blu-ray.
good. I have to have a physical copy of this. So I get it. The music is great. The Pixar moment in there, it's not Pixar, is it? No, it's not. I don't think it is.
Not
But it has
Pixar,
that
not
Disney
Pixar.
moment. Just has a Disney moment where she gave her life, and hey, you're there wondering like, hey, a true love's kiss has to be
what
between like
breaks the
a
curse.
husband and a wife, or a boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever. But it was her sister. You know what I mean?
Which is so much more impactful.
Yeah, so it was so good, but like, I don't know why this dude loves Frozen 2 so much. Like,
You do not. I'm surprised nobody else in this room has cried when she found her purpose.
when she
And
saw her mom,
And her mom was the one that told her, "This is your purpose. This is why you were born. We died for this."
I watched movies so much. What was her purpose again? I don't remember.
Spirit. She was supposed to be the spirit of the.
Oh, okay, yes. Of Arendelle?
Of just the whole. I guess Arendelle, sure.
Yeah.
But dude, it was just such a. It reminded me of Christ. And in
I can't knock on it. I mean, that's,
I'm not
that's
knocking on it. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to see it. I watched it once. I never wanted to watch it again.
Dog. So screw the rest of the movie. The rest of the movie was decent. It was okay. But that specific moment, put it at the top.
So one scene that lasted from the time that she got on the horse to start traveling to the island.
But it made the rest of it worth watching. That one scene made the rest of the movie worth watching before and then after. That one scene, in my opinion, like.
I get what you're saying. Like this specific scene amplified the movie so much for you.
Yes.
But there's like the music I didn't think was as good as part one.
Part one was terrible, dude.
Part one's music was so much better, and it was.
You said it was part 1 was
It
terrible?
was annoying. It was awful.
Annoying?
Why? Because people played it so much?
Yes,
But that doesn't mean it's annoying. They're playing it so much because it's good.
It was meant for children. Think about it.
Frozen 2 is meant for children.
No, Frozen 2 was meant for teenagers. People that.
Because it was the same kids watching it.
Franchise. Remember, even in the beginning, they're like, "Yeah, you're a little bit older." They sung it in a song. Yeah, now we're all a little bit older.
Yeah, when he breaks the fourth
Yeah.
wall and he looks and he says, "And you all look a little bit older now." Yeah, technically Olaf does say that.
So, anyway, part 3, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like they're gonna pull some BS. Like, hey, this is
It's her sister.
it's her sister
Yeah.
from the spirit world. They actually died for this lady.
Yeah.
The parents actually died for your other sister. That's
Yeah.
actually evil. If you wanted to separate y'all, whatever. It feels weird.
They did a similar concept in Once Upon a Time. I'm really hoping that they do something a little more unique than just what they did with, like.
It's gonna be Thor Ragnarok. You have a sister this whole time. She's bad. Like
I hope it's a lot more complex than just you have an evil sister. Or
that's
something
crazy
Like
that he said Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1.
It is.
That's nuts. Guys, comment at Dom. That's crazy.
At the comedy look.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be. I don't know what the direction they're gonna go. I'm just hearing a bunch of people say that it's gonna be like a their sister that they never knew about, and now they're gonna try to save her. You want to know why I didn't? Another part of why I didn't like Frozen 2, and we kind of talk about this. We have this gripe with movies all the time, but Kristoff
Yep.
gets separated from Anna for 5 seconds, and now starts singing what his purpose is, and he's lost in the woods, and it's like. Why? Like, why do you always have to like? You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sound like political or anything crazy. I'm just saying like, girl just left him, and now he's like, now I'm lost. What do I do? And it's like, dude, what do you mean? What do you do? You've been the OG this whole time, protecting all of them, and now she's gone, and you're like, now I don't know what do I do with my life? And it's like, come on, man. Like, you get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to say too much. I don't want people to cancel
I guess
me.
it's just a different story that they're trying to tell with that. They're trying to.
I guess I didn't like it.
It's what it is. On the same topic of Disney princesses and whatnot, there is a live action Tangled that's coming out. They did show a little bit of some first looks in regards to that. I'm very curious because I don't think we've talked about it much on this podcast, but where are they getting the money for this? Like none of them have. Yeah, like for all these live action Disney remakes, none of them have done well. All of them have been terrible. I think the most successful one was Beauty and the Beast because that was like the first time that they redid something.
Lion King, I think, made $1 billion.
Remade something as a live action, but all of them have been like failures, have they not?
Lion King made $1 billion, and it was a live action one.
Did it?
I'm pretty sure live action. I'm pretty sure it made. I'll actually check that, but keep going.
But Mulan, absolutely terrible. They didn't even have singing in that one. I don't know who what suit thought of that. What if we just didn't have singing or a dragon? Which Mushu, forget about him.
Lion King made 1.6 billion worldwide. So we definitely can't say it was a failure. Did I watch it? No, I'm not going to.
I did watch it, and I didn't like it.
Was it scene for scene?
No, it wasn't scene for scene. They changed it up a lot. They threw in a whole bunch of extra unnecessary
Make
scenes
something else.
and just changed it in a direction of like
Make something
whatever.
else. I'm gonna be very. I'm not one of those people that always hates to hate. I'm gonna give something its chance. I'm one of the very few people
I'm surprised.
Excuse me.
Just I don't want to stray too far away from it. The Lion King. You said it made $1 billion, and that's just so surprising to me because I walked away from that movie, and the only thing that I was thinking about was just how nonchalant Simba was after seeing Mufasa die in that movie. His face was because they used like realistic animal like faces and just body, and I will admit that it looked like realistic, very hyper realistic, which is cool. I guess that's the whole point, right? But you watch the original Lion King with the cartoon, and you can show the face of like horror. You can show the face of sadness and all that stuff. With a cat, they don't have the facial expressions that human beings have. Most animals don't have facial expressions that human beings have. So a cat seeing his dad die is just sort of, it's like
I get it.
What a bummer. I mean, it's like, that's all I walked away from.
We can't sit here and say all these live actions did terrible because Aladdin grossed over $1 billion.
I didn't like Aladdin either.
Okay, so I'm one of the very few people. I'm not going to sit here. Don't twist my words. I'm not going to sit here and say Aladdin live action is this great movie. But I didn't think it was terrible. Like, I thought it was terrible being 0 or, like, fire yourself 0. 10 being, like, oh, that was goated. I probably put it in, like, that 4 range. Like, it's not going to, I'm not going to say it's decent, but I'm not going to say it's terrible. It's right in the middle. That grossed $1 billion. And, of course, it's parents taking their kids. Right, I took my son, I think 2019, 2017. Yeah, he was maybe 2 and I took him. That's who want to go watch these movies. And that's who are watching these movies. Tangled is my favorite Disney princess movie, like animation movie. Mm-hmm. It's Tangled, and then it's Princess and the Frog. Those are goated.
Yeah, fantastic.
Those two. Mm-hmm. Don't touch those live action, and they are. So it's going to be upsetting. But tell you the truth, one thing I'm not very upset about, Mother Gothel, she is perfect for Mother Gothel. She was made. Agatha, she was made to be Mother Gothel. I think she can do it. I think she could sing. I just don't know how they're going to play this whole Flynn thing. The guy that plays Flynn, I didn't really know him from movies. Apparently he was in those zombies musical Disney movies. That missed me. I was already kids and military by time those movies came out. So I have no idea. I've never seen any of his movies. I'm not saying he's not a bad actor. I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I just never seen them. So I don't know I'm not familiar with his game, nor am I familiar with her game. I have no idea what.
Milo Manheim. Just similar with the other X-Men casting. I'm sure they just found somebody new.
It could be good, but I don't know. And then it bothers people that she's 18, he's 26. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna still bother people now. They're gonna change the ages a little bit. I'm not really sure. I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know. All these old other princess movies too, when you think about it, these princesses are like 15, 16, and these dudes are like 20 something. So it's like, I mean, all the movie, y'all say it's gross, but like same thing with like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty. That's all similar stuff anyway. So same thing as Mulan. I think she was a teenager, and he was a grown adult. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna give it a chance. But I don't know. How do you even do the her lizard? What's it? Pascal? Mm-hmm. How do you do the lizard? Right? Very emotional in animation. How do you do that in live action? Same thing as the horse. His op, Flynn Rider's biggest op. How do you do that? Is it going to look silly, him using
the best part was his facial expressions. And the fact that they're using an animal to personify like real things that are happening.
I'm going to give it a shot, but I'm not walking in there very excited because, like I said, those are two of my favorite. And if they do either one of those live actions, I'm going to be hesitant at first.
I'm trying my best not to be biased about it, but I just like all of them, every single one of them. I haven't heard anybody leave it saying like that was an amazing movie. I'm so glad that they're doing these live actions. I've only ever heard. Maybe I need to branch out for my circle a little more. I think I'm pretty, like diverse with my circle, but not a single person has said that they like the live action Disney movies. Not a single one.
I like Beauty and the Beast. And even a song that's not even in the original, Evermore, I think is good. And that's not even in the original. Same thing with Aladdin. Some people come for my soul, I'm sorry. Naomi Scott, when she's singing Speechless, I like Speechless. And that's not, I don't think that's in the original one.
It's not.
So, it's not bad. I think one song added here, one song added here.
You'd imagine that Aladdin is about Aladdin.
I won't stay silent.
Okay.
It's good, dude. Let me see. There's a couple other stuff. I mean, Tangled, right? They talked about Lilo and Stitch too. We don't have to get too much into that. Me and you weren't fans of Lilo and Stitch to begin with. I'm not.
How do you abandon your sister?
Again, we're not gonna get into that.
Abandon her
I'm not
for
gonna
a
get-
job.
She went to school to get a job to better her sister's life. We're not getting into it. I'm not a big Lilo and Stitch fan, but like Brandon just likes to be a nuisance.
I love the cartoon Lilo and Stitch.
Princess
Love it.
Diaries 3 coming out again with Anne Hathaway, so that's pretty cool.
Anne Hathaway's been on a roll this year.
She has
2025, 2026.
Devil Wears Prada
Wow.
and Odyssey and Princess Diaries. I don't know if this. I don't think Princess Diaries is coming out this year, but it's coming out. Let me see. Ice Age Boiling Point. I gave up on Ice Ages after 1 was a great. 2 is Dawn of the Dinosaurs, or is it Meltdown?
2 is not Dawn of the Dinosaurs.
So Meltdown.
There's 3.
Ice Age
I
is
believe.
Meltdown. It's part 2.
Either way,
Sure. That once after Dawn of the Dinosaurs, I'm out.
they keep making a lot more.
Yeah. After Buck, I was out because that was fine with it.
Did you
they started doing
die?
they started doing too much.
Yes.
The new Simpsons movie, I just remember watching the original. Maybe it was like 2000. I genuinely don't have it, so I don't know what it is. It might be 2007. It might be 2008, somewhere around there. It's the original Simpsons movie. I loved it. I'm not sure if it was I just loved it because I was a kid. So I'm gonna go watch it and we'll see. But I don't know. I'm kind of nervous.
We'll see.
Let me see. The Bluey movie. I'm gonna take my kids, but like
Aren't your kids a little old?
I'm gonna be on my phone.
Bluey?
I think this comes out in like.
Bluey's for like toddlers, are they not?
Hey Brandon, how are you? I have a 1-year-old daughter.
That's not the same thing.
How are you doing?
Your daughter's gonna
If
be
it comes
too
out a year
young
from
for
now,
Bluey.
she's 2. That's if Bluey comes out in 2027, she's 2 years old. So yeah, just about the right time,
No,
kids to watch.
I don't think so.
1-year-olds have Bluey birthday parties. What are you talking about? Okay, not a parent, a parent.
Trust me.
I know what I'm talking about. Let me see. Hex, that's a new original Disney animation one that's coming out. I'm actually pretty excited. I don't have no idea. I know it's obviously about witches. Kind of feel like it might be one of those like where people just hate it. They didn't give it a chance, and then you end up going to watch it, and it's like another Encanto where you're like, okay, that was good. Coco, that was good. So I kind of feel like it might be a really good Disney animated original.
Let's see.
Let me see. Hexed, X-Men announcement, Doomsday footage. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We
Those are
covered a
the
lot of stuff.
highlights of
D23.
D23, and certainly a lot of things that made me excited for the future of Marvel, of Disney in general. So can't wait to see, the direction, how it plays out with all of them. I'm not going to hold my breath on everything. I'm sure some of them will be flops, but ideally we come back on this podcast and we start talking about these things as they come out with nothing but praise.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. You have anything else?
Just like I said earlier, make sure that you say in the comments who you want to die in Incredibles 3.
Don't let. He's being stupid.
Whether you want it to be the mom or whether you want it to be the dad.
It's so
Specifically.
dumb. Oh yeah, Spider-Verse. Someone's in trouble. Someone's getting fired because they accidentally released the leak of Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm not sure when they were supposed to give us the trailer. Maybe it would have been in December. Maybe they could have attached it to Dune or Doomsday. That seems like a pretty fair time to put it because you already know so many people are going to go watch those movies. That Beyond the Spider-Verse seems like a pretty good movie to attach itself in one of those trailers. Maybe they would have done like hey, you get the opening scene, like kind of how we saw on the trailers and the leaks. Maybe that was attached to Doomsday. Maybe you saw that in the beginning because they do that in movies. So maybe you could have done that. But how did you feel watching Beyond the Spider-Verse? Like watching the leaks that we never saw.
I tried my best not to see it because I should say that I struggled with seeing it at all because I knew that it wasn't supposed to be out at the same time. I do know that this podcast is about tackling and trying to
Get ahead of those.
get ahead of those and be able to talk about it. So hurt me to watch it, but I did watch it.
I was like, oh no.
I think the yeah.
I was like, babe, turn it off.
I think the dynamic is interesting with let's call him Miles Morales and Miles Morales. I'm not sure if that pronunciation is coming across. He's funny. I thought he was going to be a lot more menacing. Not that he isn't not that he's terrible, but I thought he was going to be a lot more menacing than what I'm sort of seeing with this first look. I got unnecessary.
But they're
first
all
look.
they're the same, right?
Uh-huh.
Like they have the same humor, the same. So if Miles Morales is not very serious like that, it's safe to assume that Miles Morales is also not gonna be like he's gonna be funny. He's gonna be a kid. He
a
just has a
supervillain
different
too?
path.
Come on,
Well, he's on a
you
different
go on
path.
the evil path. You're gonna be a lot darker and a lot terrible, like awful to be around.
The animation looks insane,
As
and
always,
I
you expect-
understand why it took that long, because what you saw right there, the artwork looks like even crazier than what it did. So
You expect nothing less from that team, honestly. I mean, even when he's bugging out while he's on the
on the band
on the bag,
punching
and
bag.
he's over here like, what are you doing? He's like,
yeah.
my atoms don't like being here. He's like, I don't. You stay away. I don't like what your atoms are about to do to me.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think it's funny. I think they're gonna balance, as they have with the other movies, the perfect balance of you being emotional from watching this, there being a comedic aspect, there being action. Like, it's just, those movies are so well balanced in everything. You feel pain from it. You feel like their anger. You laugh. You see great action. You see great animation. The voice acting is excellent. So it's gonna check off all the boxes. And if it's as good as the trailer looks, or it's as good as either of its predecessors, it will be the greatest trilogy of all time.
Yeah. So when it comes to this, I see Spot as like the cosmic antagonist of the movie, over like all of the movies,
For sure.
honestly. But similar to what we sort of see with Game of Thrones, the cosmic antagonist for like Game of Thrones is the White Walkers coming down into Westeros, right? And the primary
Grounded.
antagonist does seem to be Cersei, right? So I imagine that's going to be a
29-9.
similar thing that's going to happen with this movie, where you have like a cosmic antagonist, that being Spot, about to destroy everything, and you have somebody in front. It seems like an obvious thing, like,
Miguel.
oh, good guys, everybody needs to stop Spot. You know, we saw that with number 2, where Miguel O'Hara was the primary antagonist of the movie, and Spot being the cosmic antagonist. Do you imagine that that'll be a similar thing that'll happen with this movie, or do you feel like Miles Morales will be the primary antagonist? I didn't really get to feel that he's going to be a primary antagonist.
No, I don't think so either. I
you
think
think
I think he'll escape from there and then fight Spot.
So do you imagine
Miguel
that-
Ojeda is gonna kind of make it a little difficult. Like, I think he's
He's
gonna
the
be
primary antagonist.
trying to stop, trying to allow the canon event to happen for his dad Jeff to die. But then now it's like, okay, but now Spot's here, so whether that canon event happens or not, now the world is. I mean, what's Scott gonna do? He's gonna destroy the world. So it's kind of like, now I have to stop that. So there might be
So
a team
you are
up.
saying that Miguel O'Hara is going to be the primary antagonist again in this movie?
Well, I think he's gonna be like initially the primary antagonist, but then you're gonna get the real antagonist after,
Okay.
which is Spot.
Okay, so like the first movie we got Fisk. The second movie we got Miguel O'Hara. I would certainly love to see a third.
Ojeda.
Am I saying it wrong? O'Hara?
Ojeda.
O'Hara?
Miguel
He?
Ojeda.
I thought it was Ha. It's Ohara.
It's not O'Hara.
It is O'Hara.
Miguel Ojeda.
All
We're
right.
saying it differently, aren't we?
It's written Ohara.
Miguel.
So,
Miguel.
Miguel. All right. Miguel is the antagonist in the second movie. I'd certainly love
Is
to
there
see.
E?
H-O''HARA.
H-A.
O'Hara?
O'Hara.
H-A-R-A.
Spider-Man 2099.
But you even see how you said it.
I said O'Hara, but
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to say that's just the Mexican to just kind of maybe put an E there. I don't know, because everyone I hear say is Miguel Ojeda.
I guess I'm wrong. I mean, I whatever. Is it Ojeda or O'Hara? All right.
Yeah.
Let me know. All right. Either way, I would certainly love to see a new person be the primary antagonist of the movie and not it just be Spider-Man 2099.
So which is who you think is probably going to be the Prowler, which is Miles.
So actually, I actually don't think it's going to be the Prowler. I think it's a little too on the nose for
sure.
that to be the main antagonist. I don't know. There's no Spider-Man in this universe. I initially, after coming away from the second movie, I thought that meant that there's nothing but villains and that the Prowler was the primary bad guy of that universe. Now after seeing this first look, I don't think so anymore. I don't think that.
I think he'll become Spider-Man.
I think he's more of. I think he. I don't think he's working for Fisk. I think he himself, the Prowler, is a vigilante type person, not a superhero by any means, and still does bad in a lot of it, but just has his own little code of ethics in
I
regards
don't know.
to that.
I think it'd be cool if he becomes the Spider-Man for his universe.
Yeah, Prowler. That'd be
The
interesting.
Prowler. That'd be kind of cool. And then
That would solve the problem.
And then in the trailer, you saw Spot go back to I can't remember Earth 1. It's 1016 Earth. Where Miles Morales is from and all of them. And
I think it is 1016.
yeah, when he goes back, he sees he comes back to be welcomed by Olivia Octavius. I think I saw it in there with Fisk and all that. Does he kill them or does he join them or do they join him? Spot seems like he's at that cosmic level where it's like whether you join me or not, you bring nothing. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be like a collective where all of them come together to stop him.
It's like being aided by an ant. It's like you're literally nothing.
Sure, bite his ankle, but like if he kills you, okay, it doesn't do anything. I'm just one. It's gonna be an amazing movie. It's gonna be the best trilogy of all time. I don't care. You're not gonna change my mind. I don't even have to see it, and I already know. It's gonna be that and Dune. But I'm curious about the end credit. Now, is there gonna be an end credit that's gonna have a bigger play into Marvel, or is it just gonna stay Sony? Because
I think Sony should keep it. I don't think it should be a bigger play.
I'm not saying to make more Spider-Verse movies. I'm just saying the character itself, Miles. Could this possibly? Could there be something where, hey, this Miles or this world of the Spider-Verse and all that, does that at any point interact with MCU or no? You think it stays its own thing? Does it?
Like I said, I think Sony should keep it. I don't think it should interfere at all with the MCU beyond what it already kind of has. It teased us with the Prowler with Aaron Davis being like it's rude to stare.
Yeah,
it teased us with that. I don't think that should be a leg into the MCU by any means.
That's fair. Well, we'll see where it goes. Do y'all want Spider-Verse to connect or have any sort of play in the MCU? Should they keep it separate? That's one of the questions y'all should be able to ask. Another one is tell Brandon he's dumb, because that's not what I was trying to say about Incredibles. I was just trying to say that it might be lacking a Pixar moment that would even make the movie even greater.
Like, wouldn't it be cool if Jack was the only survivor?
Thank you so much for everything that you do. I apologize for Brandon. And please continue to do everything that you do. We're well on our way to our goal. We want to be at 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So please make that happen. We're right around the corner. We're only 800 away, but we'll get there at some point. So thank you so much for everything that you do, and we'll see you next time.